There's quite a stir on social media right now about newly banned baby names in New Zealand, but did you know 11 names are actually banned in the U.S.? That's according to usbirthcertificates.com. We've listed them right there on your screen: King and Queen, Santa Claus, the @ symbol, to name a few. Then on top of that, each state has its own set of guidelines for naming your baby. Numbers are generally forbidden, as are emojis and special characters. There's some rules, societal pressures everyone seems to want to say when it comes to naming a child, of course. So how do you pick the right baby name? I'm joined today by Colleen Slagen, a baby name consultant. Colleen, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, we have to ask, what does a baby name consultant do?
So we work with parents to come up with the perfect name for their child. People come with all sorts of dilemmas, whether it's trying to agree with their partner, that's a big one, trying to find a name that they feel like fits with their big sibling names. They might not really like any names, they want some inspiration. People have all sorts of dilemmas they come to us with.
I'm sure. So what are the biggest concerns about choosing a name when the parents do come to you?
A big one is popularity. So this is a generation of, Laurens and Michaels, who were one of 3 with that name in the class. So a lot of people want a name that is a little bit less common, but not too out there. So that's a big one. People want a name that's going to age well with their child. They want to make sure it goes with their last name. They want names that aren't maybe too cutesy. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people want something super out there, some people want something more mainstream.
Yeah, very interesting. As a parent myself, I can totally understand all of the dilemmas. Do you ever encounter parents who then regret whatever they named their child and they kind of don't want to do that the second time around?
Definitely. I feel like it's becoming a little more common. I've worked with a lot of parents who have had name regret. I think people put a lot of pressure on finding the perfect name, and I personally think there are a lot of names you could be happy with, and you need to take a little pressure off yourself. So yes, I have parents who regret, like, they chose a name that maybe was more difficult to pronounce than they anticipated, and they sort of regret giving their child that hassle, and they want something that's going to be more straightforward for the second child, so something like that. And then I do work with parents who are changing their kid's name as well.
So for all of the parents to be out there, what's your advice for them to avoid having that regret later on?
Hire a name consultant, obviously. No, you'd be surprised. Some people really don't give names much thought and sort of scramble in the delivery room and then end up regretting the choice a little bit. So don't stress about it. Have fun with it, but put some thought into it. Decide what your must-haves are and what your nice-to-haves are. I do have a book coming out next week called Naming Bebe, so you can buy that for some inspiration. And I answer a lot of frequently asked questions in that as well. So that's my best advice.
So since you are an expert in this, what are some of the most popular names that you're seeing right now?
Okay, so if you've seen last month, the baby name data came out, and the top names are yet again Olivia and Liam for girls and boys. But some of the other names we're hearing, so some of the fastest rising names for girls are Marjorie, Scotty, Romy, Elodie for boys. Colson, Truce, and Rocky were these are sort of the names that are trending. Surnames are big right now: Brooks, Miles, Parker, names like that. There are so many trends happening at once, so that's why you don't hear the same name as often anymore.
Do you have any crazy out there names that you could give us?
I think Truce it's wild. Halo is another one that's out there. A lot of people like this, what I call Merriam-Webster names, so like words you can find in the dictionary that people decide to use as a baby name. Very
interesting. Yeah, people name their kids, especially celebrities. If you look at celebrities, they will name their kids anything.
Absolutely. They have a brand to keep up. So.
All right. Well, Colleen, very interesting stuff. Thanks for joining us and providing us with your expertise on baby names. We appreciate it. If you'd like to watch this interview back or get the link to Colleen's website, you can find it all on our YouTube page. Just search NBC 10 WJAR.